Hi, Southwest. It's Crystal Walker, Avon Leadership Development Coach. And here with me, I have Audra Wells. Say hi, Audra.
Hi, everybody.
I am super excited. Our first Southwest shares of 2019. It's a great time to start the year off. And so we have invited Audra Wells to speak with you today about goal setting and how she's achieving her goals in her business and how she's going to continue that growth into 2019. So, Audra, I'm going to turn it over to you.
I want to share a little bit with you guys about why I started Avon. I had been let go from my job due to restructuring that the corporation was doing. I needed an income to provide for my kids, and I knew that daycare was costing me about $550 a month, and I wanted to cut that cost out completely. So I was looking for something I could do from home. And I knew the potential that Avon had. I had seen what it had done in lives of people that I knew. And so I thought, well, I can do that. So I chose Avon. And I knew when I started that I needed about $1,500 a month to take care of my family. Um, and I knew that, to me, that was a huge goal, and I needed clear steps to get there. And I did not know how I was going to do it. So I reached out, and I reached out to my upline, my mentor, to Crystal, um, and got a little bit of extra help on figuring out, here's my big goal, but what are the smaller goals that are going to get me to my big goal? And so to start off with, I knew that I needed to build a good customer base, and so that I would have good sales. And so one of the first things that I did with that was I decided I would share with 100 people. We used to call it the 100 book challenge, but there's so many ways for us to share now that, as long as I'm sharing my brochure, whether it's my e-store or an actual brochure, and I'm sharing with 100 people, it's the same concept. So, I used my social media. I used my 4x40, of the people that I knew, and I shared books. I shared my e-store. I sent messages to people that I had worked with at corporate in Dallas on LinkedIn, and just shared with 100 people. That 100 shares got me 12 new customers the first time I did it. So that was $420 in sales. And I knew based off that $420 for 12 customers, if I wanted my sales to be between $600 and $700, then I needed between 25 and 30 customers. So that was my new goal, to get 25 to 30 customers every campaign. So then I knew what I needed to do. That helped me set a goal for what I needed to do every week, how many new people I needed to reach out to, and how many customers I needed to add every campaign to continue to reach that 25 to 30 customers and hit my $600 to $700 goal. The other thing that I knew I was going to have to do if I wanted to reach a point where I could completely provide for my family was I was going to have to build my team. And, as a new representative, we don't know how to do that. We don't know what we need to do. We don't know the process. We don't know how to figure out how many people we need to add and when we need to add them. So Crystal, Jennifer, and Eva May helped me do that. We used the leadership planning calculator that is in Vibe to help me determine how many team members I needed and what my team sales needed to be, what each person's sales would need to be to reach the goals that I had. So, and it's kind of an industry standard that 1 in 10 people will join you. 1 in 10 people that you talk to about the opportunity are going to join you in the business. So that helps you determine, okay, well, I need, 3 representatives on my team to reach, or 3 representatives placing orders to reach that bronze ambassador. Well, so you need 3 representatives on your placing orders, which means you probably need 6 people on your team. And so you're going to have to talk to 60 people to get those 6 people on your team. And you know what your big picture is and what your big need is. So you just break it down until you have it an achievable goal. And that's basically what we did, and what they helped me do is that I knew I had this amount of money and this goal that I had to reach. And we broke that goal down into, what do I need to do every campaign to get to that goal? Okay, well, that's great. That's 2 weeks at a time. I need to do this every week to get to this goal, to ultimately get to this goal. Well, that's a week. So what do I have to do every single day to reach my big goal? Well, right here, this is what I need to do. Every day I have this small cluster of things that I have to accomplish to reach my weekly goal, to reach my campaign goal, to reach my big goal. And the thing about goals is you don't start out with a little goal. You don't start out with a goal the size of a small orange. You start out with a goal that reaches for the stars. Because, even when you shoot way up here, if you break it down, and this seems super unachievable, and some days you look at it and you go, how am I going to get there? Well, you focus it down. And when you get down here, you look at these goals and you go, I can do that. And you look at those goals every single day, and you focus on these goals every single day. And these goals are going to get you here. And so, that's the biggest thing to me is once you look at the big picture and you break it down into your smaller goals, smaller steps, then big goals become easily achievable goals. And, I personally plan by quarter. In business, you have 4 quarters in a year. Your first 3 months of the year, you plan for that 3 months and what you want to achieve in that 3 months. So, in a quarter, you've got approximately 6 campaigns. What do you have to do each one of those 6 campaigns? What do you have to do each week in each campaign? What do you have to do every day for those 13 days of that campaign to get you to your goal? And once you reach a goal, once you reach this big goal up here, once you get to, I titled from between campaign 19 and campaign 24. I double titled in campaign 24 to Silver Ambassador. It was a lot of work, and it was a lot of staying focused on the goals that we had set, and the plan that we had to get to those goals. But once you get to that goal, you don't stop there. You keep adding and adding, and you raise the bar and you raise the bar and you raise the bar. Because when you stop setting goals, you stop growing. Your business stops growing. You stop growing personally. Your family stops benefiting from the growth that you have financially, personally. To me, you have to emotionally, spiritually, you continue to set those goals up higher and higher and higher. So it's an easy breakdown once you say, well, I can't reach this up here. First steps to get there. Start here and break it down. Come down from the top until you have your steps. And one thing that I had seen on a posted somewhere was a quote by Ralph Markson, where he says, your goals minus your doubts equal your reality. And it's so true, and it's so powerful, because we all have dreams. We all have things that we want to do and places we want to go, and things we want to be able to provide for our families. We all have goals. And your reality is those goals minus that thought in your head that I'm not good enough to do this. I can't do it. I don't have the experience needed. Or that's too much. I will never get there. Your goal minus that doubt is your reality. And that's when you reach big dreams, big goals, and your business explodes.